guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Ofente and I am your book bae. Your book bae is in the building. So today I thought that I would do something a little bit different. I feel like I haven't filmed like this in a long time, and I actually really haven't filmed a review in a while, but I'm back. I'm bigger and I'm better as usual. And this challenge is basically a Nope trope. It's called the Nope trope, and I was nominated by a fellow booktuber. Her name is Steph and her channel is called Coffee Over Apples, and I think that you guys should check out her channel because she does this really cool thing where she actually reviews or talks books while she draws, and it's just so relaxing. Those are my favorite videos that she does on her channel, so check her out. She's really cool. She's on the road to 400 subscribers, so guys, subscribe. I think when I checked she was like 4 subscribers away, so let's make it happen for Steph. And yeah, so like I said, this video is a Nope trope. It's basically just me talking tropes. And it was created by another booktuber. I'll put her name up somewhere. I can't think of her name right now, and I'll link her channel down below. And so yeah, I'm keen to get into it. So there's 6 questions. We're just gonna get into it. Question number 1. Eavesdropping with communication. Name a book you heard great things about but ended up hating. Okay, that's easy. I mean, I read Half a Yellow Sun by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, and I didn't really feel the book, hey? Like, I don't know if I read it at a time when I was just being like, I was just distracted by other things. So I was reading it as a student. I think I was in 3rd year at the time. 3rd year or 4th year? Maybe 3rd year. And I just felt like, I don't like this book. Like, there's too much going on. I didn't get a lot of the historical references, so that's on me. But I just, because of all of that, like, the narration was just disjointed. I just didn't enjoy the book. It was just, I had different narratives. It was just a lot. So that's that. Name a book that you had heard great things about and ended up hating. Half a Yellow Sun. Number 2, love triangles. Name a series where you can't pick your favorite book. Wow, okay, this is interesting. I haven't really been much of like a series person. I would say Divergent, the Divergent series, but I know what my favorite book is. Like, it's Insurgent. That was my favorite one, so I guess that's not relevant. Maybe I'll track back to like my childhood reading days, and I'll think about The Princess Diaries when I was really into that. I can't pick a favorite. I think maybe that's because every book was just so awesome and I was always looking forward to the next one. It was just kind of like, I need more type of thing. But yeah, I think that's what I'll say. Number 3. Not like other girls. Didn't know I'm beautiful. Name a book that has a pretty cover but was boring as hell. I'm gonna have to go with The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Bleep but a Bleep, because the cover was awesome. Like, that whole bullet vibe, I think it was cool. But then when I read it, I was just underwhelmed. Like, yeah, I mentioned in my review of the book that it was cool because like, I guess there were some take-homes away from the book, but in terms of just like the structure and stuff, like, I found myself like pushing myself, like, okay, I'm gonna finish, but I actually didn't enjoy it. So, well. Number 4, all-consuming love. Name a book that gave you a book hangover. That's easy, man. Like, most recently, Celestial Bodies by Jokar Al-Hati gave me a book hangover. Like, I remember just clutching the book like, And also Trevor Noah's book, Born a Crime. I think that was also like a solid book hangover. I enjoyed the book. I enjoyed the writing style. I enjoyed the stories. It was just something that I'm just like still thinking about. I'm like, wow, like, he did that. That was his life. So yeah, would recommend that book for anybody who's keen to know more about Trevor. Question number 5, douchebag boyfriend. Name a book that took you a while to get into but you ended up loving. I think that's one of my current reads, actually. It's called The 5 AM Club by Robert Sharma. It's like this book, man. I read it, but then, and I get it. Like, I enjoy it. Like, it captivates me. So I read it, I pick it up, and then I'm just like, okay, I'm into it for like a couple of days. I'm like reading the chapters, and at a time I'll read like big chunks and then I'll just put it down and then I'll forget about it. Like life continues, and like just in general I've been realizing that I haven't really been great with reading. Like I've just been busy with work and stuff like that ever since I went back to work full time. It's just been tricky to make that time to read, but you know, we panda push or play, and we are gonna get through that book. But yeah, I like it. Like I haven't finished it yet. I intend to though. It's not one of those DNF situations where I'm just not gonna finish it. But yeah, that's definitely the book that I'll say it's taken me a while to get into. Like every time I kind of like forget where I'm at, then I have to read like, you know, a previous chapter or previous page, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got this, and then I'm back, you know. But that's the book that I'll give that title to. Number 6, this is the last question. Tell us your favorite or least favorite trope. Okay, I'm gonna do both. Let's talk about my least favorite trope. I hate that, like, oh, I'm just like a small town boy or a small town girl trope. Like, it's just so overdone. Like, we get it. Like, people come from different backgrounds and are exposed to different things. Like, coming to the big city, the city that's gonna eat you up. Yeah. Like, I'm just like, we get it. There's no need. I don't like that trope. I don't enjoy that trope, and that's across the board. If I'm watching a series, or if I'm watching a movie, or if I'm reading, I'm just like, here we go again. Like, oh, the big city is gonna swallow you up. But no, because I honestly feel like life is about choices. Like, yes, you can get lost in certain things, but it starts with you. Like, I don't know that thing, if it's like street smart, or if it's just a decision that, listen, I'm not gonna allow myself to do snacks things. But that thing just always irritates me. Like, you really didn't know. Like, I get it, like some people are just more trusting than others because of how they've grown up, and I can't relate to that personally because I'm not a small town girl. So maybe that also plays into it. I'm just like, when I read or am exposed to that trope in any way, I'm just like, come on, really guys. That's what I'm doing. That's the one I'll give that title to. My favorite trope. I don't think I have a favorite trope. I love a love story. I do. I love people who are different and people who are edgy to read about and be exposed to, like, you know, characters that are just like so sure of themselves. Like, if I can think, not necessarily in books, but if anybody watches Pose, I'm thinking about Electra Abundance, or Electra's Evangelista, or Evangelista, or Electra, whoever she is at this point. That is my queen. Like, she's so sure of herself, and she's kind of like the villain, but she's not afraid to be the villain. Like, I enjoy that. I enjoy people who are like, ugh, you know, this is me, and if people don't like that, that's their problem. You know, that confidence. That's my favorite trope. So yes. So I guess now this is like the part of the video when I'm supposed to nominate people. So I'm gonna nominate Tejo from A Time to Share Books to do this challenge. Who else should I nominate? Marina from Young, Gifted and Black, as well as, just trying to think of people off the top of my head. Yeah, I think I'll just nominate those two. So I enjoy both their channels. Recently I've just not necessarily been on YouTube or BookTube, but I like, yeah, and those are the people I'm nominating. So if you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe, man. Like, what are you waiting for?